the other previous live streaming. We are going to have a deep look and an advanced analysis on some cryptos. It will be very interesting because I will not take too much time to explain from the scratch as we have done almost during the previous times. We are going with the hottest ones, Bitcoin. Many people are discussing again, many traders, that this is going to go down. So what we need to be careful and how Bitcoin is going to move during the coming days. So when we trade, it is not the problem to gamble in trading. As you have seen, Huobi is doing a very big job from many traders, from many experts from the market. So as you can see, many people are engaged in this project to increase the sensibilization that you should pay focus and attention to your equity, not just to gamble with trading, because that is not good for any one of us. So for our equities and for the brokers as well. So this is a huge project, and in my opinion, everyone should benefit from this information, because at the end of the day, we all know that this type of advanced information from every one of us, many people are spending a lot of money to be in the premium groups. I'm saying this because I have premium group as well. So on the everyday trading, it's something that it gets difficult also when you trade long. So I'll go with the first one, Bitcoin. And I also, I just want to add that during trading, you should have one thing in mind. Don't, please be careful and have an open mind, because we are not market makers. We need to accept when we are wrong, and we have to accept also the profits. So we need to be very fluent in both sides, not to be strict, and we should have a strict analysis. So the analyses are flexible all the time, because as long as the price develops, we need to interpret the data day after day. But overall, the bigger picture shouldn't change at all. What you think as a basic, it should be the basic thinking. The small part of how the price develops, that is another point of view, because we are going to look at on the daily chart how the daily chart can develop in many of the cryptocurrencies that we are going to look. But on the other hand, we are going to check also the other time frames. It means that we are going to make the breakdown of all time frames, because all the setups need to be a very specific way of trading. If we are daily trader, we need to focus only on the daily chart. But if we make daily trades, we need to see the 1 hour and 4 hour charts. So let's go on with the first one. Every time I'm going to keep the screen very clean, because not all the members have been from the previous sessions, so we need to have the basic things for everyone. I'm going again to make the support and the resistance area, and I'll go briefly on the other part. Also keep in mind that when we analyzing is a process that is boring overall, so we need to do the same process over and over again. So just don't give up from what you are actually doing. Don't get bored from doing the same thing, because this is the whole process and how we advance in trading. So I place the resistance and support areas. So close to these areas, we are watching strong resistance from the top, that it comes to 65K. I'm holding the price there, and close to 31, 30K, it doesn't matter in my opinion. We are going to break down only the part that is at the bottom. This is the interesting part now. Many traders in the market are watching this part as a flag, and the problem watching this as a flag comes in another point, because if this is going to be the flag, then this is going to be the connector of this movement. For the time being, we don't have to anticipate that, because there are two simple patterns how the price develop. So just keep an open mind when you trade. I had also a very funny comment from one of the followers on the trading view. I don't know, maybe traders tend to overexpose when it comes to risk exposure, and after that they don't try to accept what is really happening. So I'm making this real example. This real example is showing a perfect way of a flag, how this is built up. This is the basic flag with an ABC correction inside. Usually, most of the time when this price is completed, the price should continue to make this type of movement. And this is very interesting that many people are expecting this one, main traders here. This is the basic one. ABC correction, and after that the price should come down. Just don't get bored because this will end up very soon. So what you need to be careful right now is that the basic stuff is that this type of flag, it can continue to be a flag also in this situation. A, B, C, D, E. And this is a normal price behavior. So I'm not saying that the price is going to come down. However, this type of channel can develop in this way. So it can be a flag with ABC. It can be a type of ascending channel or probably a flag. It doesn't matter the name, but it can also develop this E wave here. Here we are on the part of normal zigzag. This is the part of a double zigzag according to Elliott wave theory. It's very simple, so let's not make the things more complex than what they actually are. I'm going to break down on a lower time frame. Just look at what interesting part I really found here. If we go on the line chart, look at what we will see. The close of the candle. So this is a very interesting point. Look at where the price was stopped. So we are having another price reaction. So this is a very interesting point when it comes in this moment. This is an area that I explained also before, not with the line chart, but with the price, how it was developing. And it moved very nice. I'm going to move it back. Let's go on the 4-hour time frame right now. If you remember from the previous live stream, if you were on that one, this was the area that I was looking at. It was something like that. It was close to 38.5 and 37. Probably many don't believe this, that we got this trade from the bottom here. I'm going to share with you what I've actually shared on my public profile. Just one moment. Look at where the price was when I shared the analysis. It was exactly at the same point. In my trading account, I was filled on this area. I didn't wait for the price to retest all this area because of the line that I showed before. And on my live account, I closed when it was somewhere at this point, 21,500. It was at the top of this pattern. There are many reasons why I closed it there. So even let's suppose that I'm going to be wrong with this analysis, as long as we are the first that we are on the buy zone, the price has to react on this area. So we are going to be profitable even if we are going to be wrong on how the price can develop. However, I don't think that we are going to be wrong also later. And as we can see, price moved from this point up to 43K approximately, as we saw. So price is actually down. We are in another interesting moment now. So let's say I closed it for 6.5%. I'm really happy with those profits, nothing to complain. This is the second situation that we are watching now. my close was at this moment. What the price usually do is that we don't have to be greedy all of the time. It could have gone higher. What the price do is that it finds a resistance when it comes at this point. Price moved higher, it moved lower. Look at what the wave was here. This is a very interesting wave development. This is a 5-wave development. When the price tends to change direction, most of the time, I'm not saying all the time, but it tends to create this type of head and shoulder pattern. It's normal price behavior. So it can come in this way, it can make triple bottoms, so nothing is wrong also here. It can come also lower, it can invalidate. There are different scenarios how we can anticipate. For the moment, in Bitcoin, I'm focused only in this part. I'm watching all of this as an ABC correction, as a 5-wave, it doesn't matter. And the next movement, as a minimum, should be a 3-wave correction. After that, it can move down or it can move higher. It's another point. So let's keep this clear and look at where we are actually now. We have this type of head and shoulder pattern. This has a neckline that is not horizontal here. Just one moment to clear the candles. So look at where we are now. If you are going to buy Bitcoin at the actual situation, we need to see the price bouncing higher of this price level, that it comes close to 42,500, and after that the price should continue higher. For the time being, we are on the right shoulder development. So this is left top and the right shoulder. There are two ways how you can anticipate this trade. The first one is that I'm going to open the fibs now. These are very critical areas, as you can see. And I will target this structure, part of the structure. And I really like the place where this is now. The second one, 718, and the next one is the top. If the price is going to continue to develop in this way, we are going to see the price moving higher by breaking out of these zones, and after that it will complete the A-wave anticipation that we are looking at. From this point of view, there are two ways how we can initiate the bullish trade. The first one is that we can wait for the price to move higher. We can buy on this price retest approximately at 42, and the next target should be definitely this one. For some traders, it can be a very small target, but the confirmation comes here. So we can have also another option. We can buy on the right shoulder. It's an aggressive movement, how we can see right now. However, we can use the futures contract. So let's say that we buy with futures. Nothing is dangerous if you manage the risk. So just use a normal risk exposure. Don't expose all of your account. Let's say if your account is 10K, don't overexpose too much. Use 2, 5%, 3%. It doesn't matter. Just increase the leverage up to 5 or 10% on that amount. Just make the calculations that if the price below this area, probably if you want to keep it that high, this is going to liquidate your amount at risk. Let's say you risk 2% is $200 from your 10,000 account. After that, the price is going to close those $200 with loss. So you should have a pre-calculated risk. In Forex, using leverage, that it's almost the same situation as with future contracts, it's a normal process that we do day after day. So I don't see anything strange here. The problem comes only with the risk management. None of the instruments are risky if you are going to manage the risk exposure. For the pattern that we actually are speaking now, the head and shoulder pattern here, in a normal situation, the stop loss should be below the top of the pattern. So just make this calculation for the future contracts. If price is going to come to your stop level, it doesn't matter if you lose 1, 2, 3% of your account. The problem is that you should have all the time a pre-calculated risk and an amount of loss that you can afford to lose. So never use amount from your equity that you can support the loss there. So this is very crucial in trading. So one is with future contracts if you want to risk. The second one is with spot, but we need to have more confirmation for that one. Another way how you can do, but this is a bit risky, is that you can buy at this point with spot, but buy a small amount, and the next one is going to be an average down. This is a well-known technique through traders. However, it carries a high level of risk. This is the same way how it is used also in the stock market, but you need to have a lot of equity for that. So this is the type of scenario. Future contracts or average, this is the point for spot. Spot trading, you should target probably higher, up to the top of the structure, because it has a higher chances. So for the spot trading, I would suggest the last two targets here. If you are happy with the first one, also that is good. The next one is Ethereum. Look at what the price is actually doing here. Let me clear the screen. I'm going to keep this very simple in the situation where this is now. Just one moment. And look at the price. Ethereum is having a more clear pattern, as we can see, compared to Bitcoin. Now we are in a pattern that is in development. So we are on the right shoulder of the pattern. This pattern can develop on the bullish side, that it can continue. This is the bullish side. You will get the confirmation on the neckline retest, and after that the price should continue higher from this point. But what can happen is that you can have also a failure of the pattern, and the failure, it means that the price can continue moving lower. And by continuing lower, what we are going to have is that we are going to have an ABC pattern. And this ABC pattern, if we go on a higher time frame, we are almost in the same scenario as Bitcoin. Look at how the price is developing, and look at where we have the confluence area that we are looking at here. One of the problems that this is a bit more difficult as a scenario from Bitcoin is because Ethereum show it to be more stronger, because Bitcoin, as we can see, the wave was almost down to the structure. Look at where it was Bitcoin. It is down to the structure here. But on Ethereum, we can see that this is in the middle of the structure. How I see this is Ethereum has accumulated a lot of volume. It didn't move in the same way because during the previous waves, it was devaluated too much compared with Bitcoin. And now this is holding. But on the other side, if Bitcoin is going to lose the bullish momentum, this is going definitely to test the lowest area that it comes at this point. So just keep in mind that both scenarios are possible. However, a bullish scenario is definitely confirmed on the breakout of the neckline, that it comes on the breakout of this point here, 3,180. This is the point that bullish scenario is validated, and after that, all of these waves will be confirmed. However, these waves, for the time being, these are not in a clear harmony with each other, because they are not in line with the channel. So we cannot say this is a channel. We can see the channel from the downside, but this wave is almost uncompleted. But the bullish momentum can push it higher. So the bullish momentum will come only when the price will break 3,200 approximately. Until that moment, this is showing strong bullish momentum, but we can see also a sell-off up to the lower part. So this is for Ethereum at this moment. On the 1 hour time frame, we are watching this type of price development. We have a small structure. And if this price is going to move above this structure, probably this is going to increase the bullish momentum. So we can get the first confirmation also at this point. One of the interesting points with technical analysis is that you collect data when the price begins to develop. So as long as you don't see development, you can't anticipate. You cannot create a deeper analysis or a deeper picture of what is going to happen in the coming days. However, you need to have the focus on the bigger picture, what you are looking for. We know it very well that Bitcoin is also leading all the market as an index for the cryptocurrencies. So this is something very crucial. So as long as probably Bitcoin tested the lowest area that we are watching here, and on the other hand, we are watching the volume on Ethereum is also very strong, probably this is the ending point and the price should continue to move higher. I'm going to place also the target areas at this point for the bullish movements. Look at the structure, the 618 and the structure are related very well with each other at this point. And the next one is definitely one of the strongest area. Look at how strong this area here. This is one of the most interesting one. So if you have profits at this point, this is very crucial for the close. The next one is the top of the pattern, that it should move higher. If we are going to anticipate the bullish scenario, you should see somewhere at the top of the line. The lines are used only for guidelines, so we don't have anything to check too much on them. These are approximate targets. These are the basic targets that I place here. So just focus on this area. Just one moment. In my opinion, this is a well-detailed plan, so you can follow this trading plan. Just be careful because of the bearish momentum. The confirmation for the bearish movement at this moment will come only if the price is going to break down below the head. This is a very critical point. So you don't have a trade yet. If you want to do the same with Bitcoin, just buy the contracts, future contracts. You should know that your execution point is below this head, and after that, just you are trading the right shoulder and the bullish momentum. For the selling scenario, you definitely need the price to break down of this level, and after that, it will come lower. because the bearish momentum will increase too much if the price will move below 2,880 at this point. This is the bearish scenario for the sell. The sell should be followed up to 2,070 approximately. The next one that we are going to look at is Litecoin. I really like this crypto as well. It is very interesting also from the technical perspective. We are watching that many cryptocurrencies are moving up or down. The problem is with the liquidity that is shifting from one to the other, the speculators. And what is holding the prices right now, you should know one thing, that to make one important question, why the price has some specific areas where it's top. There are many reasons. I'm not going deeply in them. What is important is that we have traders that they have bought spot in advance, and they are blocked because probably they bought in a higher price and now the price is actually too low. They bought because of speculation, because it was pumped too much from the market and news and different other things, how it works out in all the market, not only in cryptocurrencies. It works out in the same way with stocks, with Forex. News has a normal process all the day, so we just need to trade what we actually see and not what is pumped in the market all the time. And look at what is happening here. So the first one that we said are they that have blocked funds here, and this is a higher part that is holding the price right now at this moment. The next one are new entries. New funds. That it means that there are many new traders that are joining the trading right now. Probably they are not. And we have also from the traders that have funds blocked there, that they are averaging down on the spot market. And we have also the speculators that are doing this job with full time in all the market. It doesn't matter which is the market. So these are the main categories. The other ones, I'm not going to go with news and other events. They are different topic. However, the news is the fuel for all of this. On the daily chart, we can see that price has a base of structure. This was the first one. And the second one is this part here. So look at where the price found resistance. However, that part of resistance that is coming from this point, that part of support, sorry, that is also from the previous part of the structure, because the market tend to make this type of movements, like fake breakouts, and after that it moves back up again. However, when we see this type of cryptocurrencies, they are very, very strong. Too many people believes in this type of project, so I don't believe that too many are going to give up. They have real contracts. They are working really good, so why not to give up from these projects and to trade them every day, even if you are not an investor? We are looking at this price section. Look at how the price is moving right now. Look at also this part. On the first area, look at the dance of the candle. This is very interesting. So this is showing the clear power of the left structure. That is why the price is so dense in that area. The demand is very high here, so too many people want to buy. What can actually happen at this point? Price is developing this type of scenario. I'm going to delete it right now. It's developing this type of scenario. from the lower part we have support, and from the upper part we have the resistance of the pattern. Price is almost at the bottom of the pattern. It can come lower, but it can also be considered completed at this point, and we can see price moving higher again. This is a normal price development of this triangle. We can see triangle breaking down. We can see also moving higher, or probably this is going to be more complex now. It can develop also in this moment for an unknown period of time. So we can never know how the corrective pattern can develop. So this is very interesting point. So we'll never know that until the price will break down from the lower part or from the higher part. Let's go on the 4-hour time frame for Litecoin, and we will see that price is making range movements. Look at the range movement that we are actually having in this moment. Price is making up and down. So from this moment, we are at this point from April 13th. So probably we can see the price to make one more movement up. This can continue to develop in this way. I'm going to delete the bigger picture, but it can also break out up. From the moment where we are now, this is a very good entry point, and look at the minimum return that you can have here, only at this moment. So it's crucial how we analyze the markets. This is the entry point. It was better before, it was yesterday. It was yesterday evening, as I see. Also today morning, it was not bad at all, before 3-4 hours. And probably the price should continue moving higher. A breakdown from this structure would open the doors for more downside up to this part of the structure here. Look at this part of the structure, because the price, it had been there before. And this part of the structure corresponds to 97. However, as long as we are watching this type of correction, I'm really sure that this is going to move higher more than lower. So this is an entry point. If you want to use, it's a very good entry with futures, just small risk on this one. Also for spot, if you want to begin to build the bullish movement from 8% to 20% up to the top of the structure. To the top, we need to reanalyze again. The next one is Dogecoin. This is the meme of all the markets. So we all know that Doge is holding very strong. It is getting difficult. It was manipulated because of the market that is not regulated at all. So we are actually having many problems. However, as we can see here, not too many traders are actually selling Bitcoin and the whole Dogecoin. These are the holders at this moment. And on the other hand, we have many new traders that are joining again because they still believe that probably we can have the next pump up. Doge. One hour in this movement. This is for the bigger picture. And if the price is going to move above, it should continue higher. However, I don't want to go with dreams because this is a daily. This movement will come only in big news. It's not something that we have to anticipate right now. However, from what I can see for the moment, this is a possible movement. Price can also develop this type of pattern as well. This is also possible, this type of range trading. And after that, it can be something different. But for the moment, we are in this situation. I'm breaking this down on the 4-hour time frame right now. This is a time frame that is actually used too much. as you can see, at this moment, we have a neckline. What is happening here? We can see this type of head and shoulder that it is creating, but this is on the opposite side of the trade, but what we are looking at. So this is getting the things a bit difficult. So this is the breakdown of the charts that many people, many traders don't want to understand, or many new traders don't understand at all why it's happening. Because we have many different trends when we trade. And we need to have the focus on the one that we are actually trading. What is happening is this part of the structure, that the price can continue lower or probably higher. It's how you understand the market. The difficult part here comes that if price is going to break this neckline, definitely it should move down. So you need to be careful with long positions on spot, I mean. On the other hand, if price is going to go below 0.13, this price action that I placed here, you should definitely sell it with future contracts. It's something that this is a wonderful trade for the sell side if price is going to move lower, but it can continue also to develop in this type of triangle. The bullish moment, if you are going to make the decision, because in trading we have to take decisions all of the time, you need to wait for the price to move above this pattern, and after that it can continue moving higher, and we can see the retest of the top of the structure. So this is a very good scenario for the bullish movement. Here we have the breakout approximately at this point. If you want to trade, you can trade also within this pattern. You can buy right now and you can target the neckline. The problem is that you should need to know your risk exposure in advance, because that is how it is traded. So when it comes to patterns, you need to know in advance your risk. You need to know when it becomes invalidated, that is this point here. And yes, sometimes we need to take a decision if you want to be bearish or probably bullish. For the moment, there is no clear price reaction at this moment. The bullish movement can be approximately at 6%. So if you buy future contracts at this level, calculate that stop loss should be below this low. This is the low if you want to be bullish. So below 0.1326. So look at the price here because it has many numbers. So it should be, the stop loss should be below the price that I placed here. This is this where your stop loss should be. Sorry. For this trade, if you are going to be bullish. For the bearish scenario, you need to wait for the breakdown of the same point. After that, you can sell. Just calculate your risk in advance. So never use a type of risk that you will never know how big it will be. Another crypto that I really like, and I am adding on my portfolio, this is Stellar. They are doing really good indeed. It's very good crypto. Stellar is presenting in this way. We can see that it is testing the bottom of the structure. This was the bottom, and here we are in a type of triangle development. So what can happen at this point is that we can see the development of this movement here. Price can create this type of movement. A, B, C, D, E development, and it can continue higher. So this is a possible scenario, but this is for the daily one. Also, we need to take in consideration also the fundamental perspective, that is after XLM or XRP, that both are really good, and they should move to the previous price level very soon. So it's another topic related with the technical part as well. let's break it down on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we have both possibilities. We have the small triangle. The small triangle is this part here. This is the small one. 1, 2, 3. The price can make this movement and it can move higher. However, nothing is clear for the moment. We have this type of triangle. It can break out in both movements. It can break out up or down. For the downside, it should break below the triangle, and we can see the price completion at this moment when it comes at 0.17 approximately. Otherwise, if price is going to move above this pattern, it can continue moving higher, and the first resistance will be somewhere at this point. Both scenarios have high possibilities. So I'm not going to say which one do I like, because it's normal that as long as we invest, we want the bullish scenarios all the time. We don't want bearish ones, but both are bullish scenarios. So also this triangle pattern can develop in this way, because this is a price contraction. And a price contraction, it means that we are having volume that is accumulating at this point, and the price should continue lower. So this is a scenario for XLM, Stellar. It's very good. In both ways you can trade. Future contracts on the bearish side, future and spots on the bullish side. It's very, very clean setup. If you want to be patient here, so also the contraction is not too much, 5% up, so you can wait for the price to increase 5% to bounce above the structure before buy, if you want to buy with confirmation. So this is going to be the confirmation point. It's really cool. I really like it. Another one is Shiba. I collected some meme as well, because many people are actually blocked in this type of cryptocurrencies. Someone are joining. So this is what is actually happening here in Shiba. I'm going to keep it very simple. It made a false breakout before. It was only a shadow. It moved higher again. Price is contracting. We can keep it in this way, but we can also look at it in this way. This is the range trading that Shiba is creating in this time frame. It made up, it can come down, and after that we can see the movement. The bullish movement will come only if the price will break above this point. It means that as long as the price is within these areas here that I pointed out, you need to be careful all the time. You can trade within these areas. It's very crucial and interesting point in this setup. Let's say you can buy when the price will come down, and after that you can keep it up to the top. So this is for not short term too much, but this is the day, because we are on the daily. But Shiba is very fast in movement. It can make this type of movement here. It comes as a 30% minimum, 35 maximum. So I will be happy also with this part when too many people are positioned. Look at how many traders are positioned at this point, the wicks of the candles. So I would like to keep the price in this way, very simple. At this moment, look at this point. This is the target for Shiba. Just one moment, I want to go on the ape. This is one of the cryptocurrencies that many are discussing lately. This is a setup that I have also discussed during the previous time. Price moved higher, and after that we see a very strong volume. let's break it down what can happen. These are very speculative movement right now, all of this movement. What happened also before is that price created this type of corrective structure, and this is a sell-off that is actually happening, and after that we can see an increase in the bullish momentum. So all the time we need to see corrective structures. Sometimes they develop in different ways, sometimes they are clear, sometimes they are not, so they are getting very difficult. Here we have this type of price contraction as well. This is the contraction that price made here, and look at what happened after the breakout. So we are in a bullish movement. So this is very strong accumulation. It is happening the same here. It is not clear picture because we need to see something big. Probably we can see also this picture to come in this way, so be careful. On the 1 hour time frame, let's see what is actually happening right now. On the 1 hour, price is just making this movement. Also here, nothing is clear yet. It can continue moving higher as long as we are watching the price to create this type of structure. So for those that are going to trade on the hourly time frame, this is the only setup that I can see here. You need to wait for the price to close above this point, and after that you can target the next one. This is for a very short term trade. However, you should know the risk. For like this movement, you need to wait because it is not ready at all. And this is as another scenario. So this is for A. What can happen here is that price can make this type of movement, this type of bigger corrective structure. I don't know if the volume is very strong to keep the price higher, but it can reach the first target because we can see this momentum. Very interesting how this is actually developing. So let's see how this will develop until the next time. But I have a feeling that we can have this type of correction at this moment. For this movement, A, B, C movement. It can happen as well. For the moment, this is showing increasing bullish momentum. And the last one for today that we also discussed during the previous week, I didn't delete this setup at all. This is the Huobi token. As we can see, despite the fact that many cryptocurrencies are still speculating too much, we can see the stability that the token actually has here. What I have done, which is my plan here, I have some in the middle of the range, some buys here from before. I would like to see the price above this area, because this is the first ranging area. It's very good token. So if you buy at the bottom at 8.5, only with the first movement, we have this 20%. Look at the price, how this is still accumulating here. I don't know what can happen, but if it comes lower, definitely I have my buy orders at this point. So at the lower part, it's something that it's you will have a 20% very fast and is a sure profit in this scenario, because the price is actually ranging here. I don't believe that it will fall down. However, the accumulation is happening. Usually these accumulations are part of the bullish movement. So we can see many to move very fast. So this was all for today. Hope you enjoyed the live streaming, and probably we are going to have another one during the next week. If you want, you can share your opinion on YouTube, on the broker comments as well, what we want to see during the next live streaming, because I don't want to repeat all the time the same things. However, Bitcoin and Ethereum, they are very crucial in our trading, daily trading, so they are must, as I see. But we have also to see other new stuff from a technical perspective as well. So it would be a pleasure. Just leave a comment on what do you see on the next live streaming. Thank you, and I wish all of you a good day. Bye-bye. See you.